Well, good morning, West Ham fans. So apparently we know who's going to be up for sale in January.
They'll lynch you, but he did, and he laughs.
You are a different cat. You're a different cat of fish.
Good morning, one and all. Happy Friday. You've done another week. Congratulations. Looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward to England as well tonight as well. Am I though? I don't know. Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. Very busy weekend on the West Ham Network. Saturday and Sunday. Keep an eye on the channel. We'll talk about that at the end. So according to Clarence Hugh, they have spoken about who West Ham will have up for sale in January. We spoke yesterday, following an article they put up about West Ham having no money in January and having to sort of look at the loan market as a way to improve the side. However, Claret and Hugh have put on their website an article saying maybe we'll be sending up to 7 first team players in January. And claim that David Moyes will have to sell before buying. So that sort of goes along the rhetoric that we've heard that there's not much money in the bank for January. In terms of the article basically says in terms of our sort of January activity, it's dependent on moving on Deadwood. And we still have quite a bit, I think, to be honest. And there are plenty of players up for sale. The article claims that there's up to 5 players up for sale. In Pablo Fornals, who we've spoken about quite extensively, his contract runs out in the summer. So, that'll be if an offer comes in, it will be a small offer for him. So better than getting nothing for him if he leaves in the summer. Danny Ings is another player who we hope to potentially move on to get some money in the coffers. Same as Maxwell Cornet, Aaron Cresswell, Ben Johnson, and Thilo Kehrer. Maybe a slight surprise with Thilo Kehrer, but again, he's very much seen as, in terms of his role this season, it's very much as a squad player. And he's deputised for, obviously, Soufal at right back and also for Emerson at left back. So I'd be ashamed to let him go. So I just think he's still got a good... Still think he's got a good, a good vibe at the club. And I still think he can offer quite a lot. In addition to those 6, it's claimed that a massive offer could come in for either of our first choice centre-backs from the Saudi Pro League in terms of Aguerd or Kurt Zouma. Both have been, we know, for example, that a Saudi Pro League came in quite late or in January in the transfer window, the Saudi transfer window for Aguerd, and a offer was turned down. Again, didn't want to go at that time. And also a report has stated that Kurt Zouma could be potentially on the radar for the Saudi Pro League. I think 90 Minutes said that his performances so far this season have caught the attention of many a club, and with obviously big names like Kante, Mahrez, Henderson making the move. It's anticipated that maybe one of the PIF backed clubs could make a move for Zouma potentially, with the caveat of Steindon already having plans in terms of that. So the idea is, and this is what I like. This is why I'm hopeful of this transfer window. If someone like Zouma goes, yes, we have Mavropanos, who can jump in, or again, and Mavropanos could jump in, but he's also looking at the next one. So someone like Hincapié, and also his Bayer Leverkusen teammate Edmund Tapsoba as well. So it seems there's a revolving door of options there, which is useful. But for someone like Zouma, I think, yes, he's playing very well at the moment. And maybe, to prolong his career, a move to someone like the Saudi Pro League could benefit him. The person we'll talk about it. So it's obviously the interview we have over the weekend. They moved to a league for a slower pace of football, and it prolonged their career. And we know Zouma doesn't train really much at all. In between that, he's one game a week. He'll never be in the Europa League squad. He'll always be in the Premier League squad, and that's about it. So maybe it could be it could work, and then bringing in a replacement could be useful. I mean, I think where's his stats? I've got his stats somewhere here, and he's only played in his time at West Ham. He's featured in 45 of the 76 potential matches, so he's missed almost 30 matches. Is that right? Yes. 29 matches, 30 matches. So he's almost missed half, 2/3 to the maths, 70 divided by. He's missed he's missed not half, but not a quarter, about a third roughly of his games he's missed. A little bit more than a third, actually, about 40%. So that's, that's not good, particularly on your captain as well, so maybe, just maybe, it could be a January where we see a lot of change. If not January, I think it's prolonged, and then in the summer, a lot of players will be out of contract. So I think the thing is to try and act smart and get some money for them. At least get some money in terms of the players, and then see what happens come January, and obviously come the summer as well, with a number of players out of contract as well, like Fornals and stuff like that, and Fabianski as well. Now, let me talk to you about the weekend. We'll have don't forget, we'll also have all the lunchtime live today, hopefully, and we'll have probably Hammers Headlines and Irish Tommy, Late Show, hopefully, Imagine as well. But tomorrow, let me just mark your card. Saturday and Sunday, we've got a 2-part My Hammers 11 interview with someone who's in my Hammers 11. He's in Anton's My Hammers 11. He's in lots of people's My Hammers 11. We've got this guy coming on Saturday and Sunday. Joe Bloody Cole on a 2-part exclusive My Hammers 11 interview. Part 1 concentrates mainly on his first stint at West Ham, and then the second part is his second stint at West Ham plus his My Hammers 11. And just to give you a little tease, keep an eye on the Twitter and TikToks, but here's a little tease of what you can expect from the interview. Like Canio and crazy people like Monks.
It weren't until honestly I'd gone to Chelsea I realised how mad it was, because Neil Ruddock taking me out on a Tuesday night, and me and Michael, we had a young group of players, all making money, all in the public eye. Me and Michael play in the England squads early, so we had a great time off the pitch as well. That's for sure. You know what I mean? I moved into a place with my mum and dad and family, and then Michael, because he's obviously family's up in Newcastle, he was like, it's 5 or 6 doors down. So inevitably, the parties would end up at his house, but I had the luxury of just wandering back to my mum and dad's house and getting cooked a nice cooked breakfast in the morning.
So that's just a little clip. It's brilliant. It is possibly. No, I think it is. I think it's my favourite interview I've ever done. Genuinely think it is. And don't miss any of it. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notifications. You don't miss any time it comes on. And as I said, it'll be on. For part 1 will drop, as the kids say, on Saturday, and part 2 will drop on Sunday. So that's your weekend covered, my friends. You're welcome. Anyway, speak to you soon. Much love. Have a great rest of the day. See you at lunchtime. Bye-bye.